This retro French hatchback is the Cherrier Tango, a new free mod for BeamMG. It's a lore-friendly version of the Renault Twingo, and it's so much fun to drive. So this is the Cherrier Tango. It's available for free on the BeamMG repo. It's by a modder called BaconZez, and they've brought the first generation Renault Twingo to the game, but it's lore-friendly. Both the Twingo and the Tango are supposed to look like a frog, in fact a smiling frog. Can you see it? The headlights and a little smile down here with this grille. All around, the styling and the modelling is really nice. Look at these door handles here. Here we go. Inside, we have some very retro seats. They're like the kind of seats you'd see in a bus in the 90s or early 2000s. And there's lettering on here. As you can see, G-A-T-O-N. That spells out Tango. Great detail. The rest of the interior is similarly retro. Look at the grey plastic, the chunky steering wheel, this little radio down here, and we've even got a digital display here which actually works. The base model is powered by a 1.2 litre straight-4 engine. It produces 64 horsepower. So what's the Tango like to drive? Well, it weighs just 800 kilos. That makes this car incredibly nimble. It's the perfect city car, and despite having such little horsepower, it really is quite peppy, quite quick. You do have to rev the engine quite a lot to get any performance out of it. Look, here we go, up to 6,500-ish RPM. Whoa! Oh my goodness! You can see the digital display working there, but if I decrease the speed, look at how laggy it is, how long it takes for the display to update. That is realistic. This is one of the first, well, city cars or any car to have that kind of digital display. Okay, it's time for a crash test. We're going to crash into this van. Here we go. Whoa! You know what? That is not bad. Look at the underneath of this car. Really lots of detail. There are 9 configs with this mod. Not a lot, but there's some great content here. Let me show you some of the interior features. We have an interactive hazard warning light, and also the ignition key can be turned on and off. Really like that. You've seen the digital display, but we also have digital warning lights in front of the steering wheel. Look at that. This mod has BeamMG's new halogen lighting system. You can see they're really dynamic and they look great. And this is the cargo version of the Tango. The rear windows have been blanked out, and inside you can see we have cargo box support. That means this car is compatible with BeamMG's career mode. You can even put the big box in the back there. And there's a little light here in the trunk to illuminate your cargo, plus the rear number plate gets illuminated. Look at that. This is the beta config. You can see we're missing a headlight, the bumper is hanging off, and we've got damaged piston rings and a blown head gasket. Let's start the engine, come on! Start! Why aren't you starting? Okay, let's try and bump start it, come on. There you go, we're off! I do love it when mod creators add a beta config to their mods, and this one, oh my goodness, it's really slow. We've lost a lot of horsepower here. Renault produced 2.5 million units of the Twingo, and in BeamMG lore, the Tango didn't do quite as well. So BaconZez has created a backstory for the Tango. They only made 30,000 units between 1992 and 1996. So it was a bit of a failure, but I do like the backstory of this car. This config is the GTi. It's a little bit sporty, and we have a 1.4 litre turbocharged engine producing 114 horsepower. At the back, we've got the Cherrier nameplate and the Cherrier logo, but we've also got the Tango logo here and the GTi badge. I love the Tango logo here, designed to look like the Twingo badge. I want to take this on the highway just to see how sporty it is, and I've got to say, uh-oh, this isn't good. Can we squeeze through there? Yes, we can. Luckily, this is a city car, so it's very, very compact. Oh, that's wheel spin. Wow. Holy moly! Yeah, this is really quick. It's just a completely different beast. Oh, there goes the wing mirror. A completely different beast to the base model. So we're on the highway now. I'm going to dodge in and out of traffic. Yep, it's handling very well. We're up to 90 miles per hour already. In the real Twingo, they had an automated manual gearbox. So basically, it didn't have a clutch. You just move the gear stick and boom, you change gear. Really, really unique. But the mod doesn't have that. that. I'd love to see it in the mod, but is that even possible in BeamNG? I don't know. So it's great around cities, and it's great on the highway, but what's it like on a more rural country road? Well, let's push it to the limit. So, whoa! Hey, the brakes are actually pretty good. And I love the sound of the exhaust on this GTi model. Look at that wheel spin. Come on. Go, 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 go. Ah, this flipping Lansdale. Get out of the way. Twingo coming through. I mean, Tango coming through. Woohoo, yeah, look at it. Oh, it's such a cute car. I can't see where I'm going. Oh! The suspension is really good. It's quite smooth and it doesn't really jump about that much, but you still get good performance, good handling, and the turning circle really helps. In fact, let's try the handbrake. Whoa! Oh, that's a powerful handbrake right there. This is the turbo model. It's got the same engine, but slightly different styling. You can see different wheels here. I actually prefer the look of those wheels. And look at this little wing at the back. I really love it. The Twingo was not a sports car, but it was incredibly revolutionary. I mean, it was a very cheap car, but the technology in it was actually quite advanced. And it really shocked Renault how popular it was. Okay, I want to turn this traffic off. I want to really push this car without having to deal with the traffic. And you can see why it was popular. It's so much fun to drive. You can push it into pretty much any corner. As long as you don't spin the wheels, you can grip for days. One word to describe this car would have to be fun. I mean, there's no ABS or traction control to cut in and ruin your fun. It's just pure motoring heaven. And with this 1.4 litre turbocharged engine, it can compete with even some modern hot hatchbacks. Here's something really weird about the Tango. When you push it really hard into a corner, look, the rear wheel actually lifts completely off the ground. And now that's not dangerous. And in fact, a lot of French hatchbacks are prone to this rear wheel liftoff. But because this is a front wheel drive car and a very light car, it's just something that seems to happen. Look, whoa, you can actually feel it as you go around the corner and you can see the car tilt off the ground. The mod also has a rally car config. You can see we've got chunky rally tyres, a tuned engine producing 183 horsepower. Sounds really good. And a no-me steering wheel. But we don't have bucket seats in here, nor a roll cage. Let's see what happens. Weirdly, this car has been rear-wheel drive swapped. You can see it there. Oh, that's going to make this quite difficult to control compared to front-wheel drive. Well, it feels good so far. Quite grippy. Brake. Oh my goodness. Handbrake. Whoa, the handbrake sent us the wrong way. Yeah, you do have to keep the revs up. Otherwise, it kind of bogs down. There you go. First gear all the way, not quite. Whoa! When it picks up though, it's really quick. Coming up to this corner, can we brake in time? Ooh, we hit something, come on. Oh, turning circle isn't as good as I thought it was. Now, was it a mistake not to fit this car with a roll cage? Let's find out. Whoa! And, uh-oh. Well, you know what? The car's not taken that much damage, but yeah, we've got several trees going right through the cabin. This config transforms the Tango into a jet plane. You can see we've got a wing strapped to the top of the car, and then at the back, we've got the vertical stabilizer. We are powered by a jet engine, and you can see the air is channeled through these side intakes all the way down into the jet engine, and this engine is actually really powerful. You can also see the navigation lights at the end here. I think that's a really nice detail. Okay, let's go. So all you have to do is hit the throttle. Here we go. We are off, and it's shift and R and shift and F to go up and down. So here we go. Pitch up. Oh no, pitch down. Whoa! Straight away, we are off. And we've got combined rudder and aileron control. So as you can see, I'm just turning my steering wheel to make this car go left and right. We're going a bit steep here. Oh, so can we do a loop? Let's find out. Here we go. Push it over and then hold it up. Whoa. Yeah, that actually worked perfectly. It's been quite a while since we've seen a plane for a car mod like this. I'm interested to see, whoa, what it crashes like. What just happened? The wings have bent inwards, but we're still flying. Down we go. Ooh, that was quite a big crash. The jet engine is still running. But how destroyed are we? Very destroyed. Still, a great plane config. So there is a race config for the Tango, and this is it. We are at the West Coast USA racetrack to test it out. We've got lots of tuning on this car, 276 horsepower, but we also have these slick tyres, the same rear-wheel drive swap as the rally car, and in the interior we have a bucket racing seat. In fact, the rest of the interior has been stripped out. This thing is actually quite lightweight. Despite all the modifications, we have 868 kilos of car to fling around the racetrack. And I really find the intake on the Twingo and the Tango quite interesting. Look at these free vents here. That is quite a unique way of getting cooling into the engine. Well, let's hope this race car doesn't overheat. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of wheel spin off the line. Coming up to the first corner, the brakes seem to be quite good, but they do lock up a bit. Oh, drifting it. This is a drifty car. Great turbocharged performance. I'm just a little bit scared about how oversteer it is. It just seems to snap and you lose control. Uh-oh. The cooling doesn't seem to be very good. Coolant is overheating right now. I'm sure any little bugs or problems with this mod will be updated by Bacon Zez. As I'm recording this, this is day one of its release on the BeamMng repo. Oh no. We're about to overheat. That's full temperature gauge. Here we go, up to 100 miles per hour, still accelerating. No warning lights down there to say that we're overheating. Uh-oh. Head gasket damaged, piston rings damaged, that's it. We're topping out, yeah. Does seem to be overheating quite a bit. Oh no. That's not good. Classic French reliability. Okay, we got to do the corkscrew corner just as long as the engine doesn't overheat before we get there. Seems to be okay right now. Right, down into second. Don't go too slow. Oh, I hit that curb. Whoa. Oh, it wants to drift. A little bit slower. It wants to spin out at every opportunity. There you go. That's about the right speed. It's okay, but you need to be on your toes. It wants to spin out all the time. And finally, we've got the drag config. This has 484 horsepower. It's pretty powerful, and you can see even bigger, chunkier, slick tires on this thing. But it is rear-wheel drive again. What's this going to be like? I thought we'd choose quite a difficult opponent, so I've chosen the Scintilla GT. Yes, a modern supercar versus a Renault Twingo. Lining up on the start line. There we go. And rev this baby up. Okay, what kind of start are we going to get? Here we go. That was perfect start. Second gear. The gear changes are really slow in this thing. It is a manual, of course. Come on. Third gear, we're neck and neck. No, I had to change up. Oh, we were so close. Oh, we were less than a tenth of a second behind him. 9.938. 9.981. He was a bit faster than me, actually, but yeah, we nearly beat a supercar in a Twingo. Well, that was the Cherrier Tango mod for BeamMng. It's free and on the repo. I've left a link to it in the description down below. And let me know what you think of this mod in the comments. If you'd like to see another mod by Bacon Zez, click the video on screen right now. It's of the Ibishu Shima, which is a K-van. And I'll see you soon for some more simulator adventures.